Welcome to the Rookie Lap Special Edition. Different place. Just like Martinsville's a different place. It is a paperclip. It made me hungry for hot dogs.
And it was a hot dog race.
It was a hot dog race.
Yeah, we got a little bit of a different setup. We're in a different time of life now. Yeah. I turned 21. And so things have to change, you know?
Well, we decided that now that he's older, we didn't need Frank anymore. Yeah. I'm just kidding. We love Frank. He's just off on vacation.
He went to Tennessee. He got to Bristol a couple weeks early, but...
Yeah. He's camped out for tickets.
Yeah.
I tried to tell him you could buy them online, but he wouldn't listen.
He wanted to do it the old school way. He went there to the ticket booth. They ain't even up there selling them yet.
No. He's there, and that's dedication.
Yeah. Well.
And I'm sad he missed today, to be honest, because he would have had to talk about his favorite crew chief ever.
Alan
in an
Gustafson,
actual positive light.
The winner of the race today.
That is true.
You can say what you want, but he's the one that put that car in that position.
Absolutely.
What a call.
Yeah, I mean, you can't sit there and say that this is that this was all Chase Elliott, because where was he running for most of the day? 14th, 15th, something like that?
10th, 12th.
While Chase did drive his butt off, he got all that position from his crew chief helping out and making the right call.
Yeah, he caught him in a short pit, 30 laps, and with that extra time on the fresh tires, he was able to make up. I think he was running 9th when he pit. And they did the pit cycle, and he comes out a straightaway ahead in the lead. Because all the fresh tires made up all the distance and time, and he just held on to it from there. Denny got to him, and I think we all thought Denny was going to get 62 today.
Yeah, no kidding.
That was about a William Byron choke if there's ever been one, but...
I mean, let's see, how many laps did he lead? He led...
292.
Yeah, 292. Had the fastest lap. Fastest Xfinity mobile, because it is
Did he win both stages?
Yes.
Sorry, don't mind the dogs. But, yeah, so, and then he caught him and passed him, but he threw it away on that restart. Did he ever say what happened there? I heard that he might have spun his tires, but, I mean, you don't expect that from a veteran like Denny Hamlin on a restart, but I guess it can happen to anybody. And he lost control of that on that restart right there. Chase took it, and he controlled the race from there. Finished him off.
Well, it was definitely a surprise, really, for me to be sure. But when a man makes the right call, man makes the right call.
Yeah, if you're going to call him out for when he screws up, you got to give him credit for when he gets it right.
That's right. But other than that, there really wasn't much to Chase Elliott today besides that. I mean, he was kind of hanging out mid-pack a lot. I even took him out my fantasy roster halfway through. I was like, I don't want to burn him up today. He's not doing too good. And
I'd say he was probably the third best in the car. He was behind Byron and Larson the whole time until then. Now, I guess speaking of that, do we say that Chevy's still looking for a little bit and they just got lucky today? Or are they in the ballpark? What do you think?
Well, I think they are there consistently. I mean, they've been consistently in the top 10. They just haven't cracked it yet. Today, you could consider it as lucky and a lot based on strategy, not on the car's performance, that attributed to the win today overall. But they have been consistent, just not really cracking that win up until today.
Yeah, I think we're missing the Hendrick dominance. We're not feeling that right now. It's just they're there, but they're there. That's it.
Pretty much. But it could be a lot worse.
Chevy's first one of the year is done and over with. And so that is the other ones, I mean, they were solid. Byron got a top 5.
Yeah, Larson another top 10.
Top 10.
And Allgaier was just kind of hanging out.
Well, he got another penalty.
Yeah, that did happen. I think he made it up a little bit, though. He got up back in the top 20.
I think.
Yeah, 22nd.
But, No, Larson, I mean, like I told you during the race, he's the one I got my eye on the most now. I'm kind of starting to think we're going here to Bristol. He's won a lot of these tracks over the last few years, but Bristol is one that he's been dialed in on, dominant a lot. So I'm thinking kind of, if Larson's not out there contending for the win, then I'm going to start really wondering when that next win's going to come, because if it's not Bristol, I don't know where it would be unless he hits it at Kansas again.
Yeah. I don't know. It's starting to make me worry as a fan. But you got to stick with your driver through the tough times.
Yeah.
You know, and it's aggravating, but I have faith that he will get back up there. It might not be as soon as I want it to be, but he'll get there. It's just a matter of time.
I mean, they're still clicking off good enough. What is he? He's tied for 8th in points right now, ain't he?
Right now, this has him in 9th, down 2 from Keselowski.
Yeah, I think he's tied with Brad.
Yes, he is at 2 assists.
Brad, Buescher, Larson, and Bubba are in a 4-way tie.
Yeah.
Speaking of Bubba, let's go there.
He ran into Dale Earnhardt. I'm kidding. People don't like it when you call Carson
Hocevar doesn't like it when you call him.
I know. But he was wearing the red and black scheme. That car looks like an Earnhardt scheme, okay? I can't... Everybody said it, but besides that, Joe, he freaking ran into him.
Well, he said that he just misjudged.
No, he ran him over. I know you couldn't see it on the TV, but I mean, I don't think Bubba ever even touched the brake. I mean, he was bumping and finally just turned him around and caused a huge pileup. I thought it was like the Xfinity race 2.0 with all that.
Now, do we think that was something they had going on between them today, or is that Bubba saying, all right, I'm going to give you a payback for the entire field over the last year?
I don't know.
A mix of both, maybe.
I don't know, because that's just not something... That doesn't seem like a Bubba thing to do. Not for the whole field. Maybe for him personally, but...
Well...
And Hocevar hadn't caused no problems in the race up till that point anyway. Well, I mean, he didn't, even past that point.
No, he hadn't, but...
So it just seems so...
We're not talking about today.
Well, I know, but it just... Like, why today of all days? He's been close to him in other races, and it's just...
This is where you get your payback.
I reckon so.
Tight short track. You just, like you said, you knock him out of the way, you wreck him, and say, I didn't mean to, and you move on.
I guess. He did
you can't do that at a bigger track, really. Yeah, I don't know, though, but I would say it's uncharacteristic for Bubba, especially the new Bubba, since he's had a baby or two. But, I mean, we go back, how many years it's been? 3 or 4 years when he got suspended for deliberately taking out Larson. So, I mean, he's done it before, but...
It's just uncharacteristic for him now.
Yeah.
A few years ago, I would have said, yeah, that's just Bubba, but now it's kind of one of those things where it's...
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like it had to be brought on by something. I mean, he might have just been mad today, He might have just...
Well, he was. I mean, he just... Bubba is consistently a top 10, if not top 5 car every time they touch Martinsville.
Oh, yeah.
And today, they did not have it. And think about the season he's been having. Up until, I think last week, he'd been top 11 every single week. Yeah. And then last week, he's got a good car, led some, and had that issue with Denny, ends up in the 30s. And then this week, he comes to a track where he's been good at, and he's running 15th. And he might be getting a little frustrated. Yeah. But that's the thing, though. He's had all these very solid runs. And now this is 2 weeks in a row that we're having very not solid runs, and you're going to start digging yourself a hole quick. What do we say? He's down to tied for 8th in points now. 2 weeks ago, he was 2nd. Yeah. So he's already dropped anywhere from 6 to 8 spots in 2 weeks.
I don't know. I just hope his temper isn't getting the best of him on some things.
I think he'll be all right.
I do too.
What about his teammate?
I think he raced today.
Yeah, I mean, do we even need to talk about him? I don't know. He might have went ahead.
15th.
Well, we say he could take off about 3 or 4 races. He might have done that today, I think.
He was just happy to hang out in the bag.
I think it's kind of like I told you last week. I don't know if I said it on here, but I was telling people, you can say he's been cheating all you want, and blah, blah, blah. I will not agree with you unless he goes and wins Martinsville, because he has never ran good here. I think his best finish ever has been a 7th. And so if he came out here and dominated here, I would be like, yeah, something's up. That's not normal. Because, like we said, though, 3 of the tracks he's won at, he's been very good at over the years. But it kind of looks like they're still working on these short tracks, and it's still their weakness. And so we found where Reddick still got some work to do. But
There's
still
not much to say on him today.
Yeah, still got an 82-point lead, though.
Oh, yeah.
So, very, very huge lead. And that's the thing. Look at these days where they're not running amazing and they're missing a little speed, but you still scrape away a top 15 and move on to the next week, and that might just be good enough.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't need to do much better when you're that far ahead.
That's right.
All right. Well, I guess we talked about Denny a little bit. What did you think about that old Blaney contact when he got him in the wall?
That's just hard racing right there. That's all that is.
Yeah.
They're both fighting for something. He rubbed up against him. He got him off his back.
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't think that's characteristic of Denny anymore anyway. No. A few years ago, I wouldn't have questioned that at all, but I think he's cleaned it up over the last couple of years, and he said in his interview that he just, I forget what he said, but he said he lost control, and he said he needed to have a talk with Blaney, so I think he realizes he screwed up there. But hey, maybe the man's getting old, because who lost control last week and just flat out wrecked Eric Jones?
Yeah.
It's 2 weeks in a row, Denny. You getting a little old, misjudging here.
Nah.
Yeah, but that was unfortunate. But at least Blaney still came away with a 6th.
Oh yeah, another top 10 finish for him. He's still, what's he now? 2nd in points. He's 2nd in points.
Yeah, he's been bouncing 2nd and 3rd the last month or so.
It could be a lot worse for the Blaney team.
Hey, loose wheels today.
No loose wheels. Everybody is saved for my rant this week. I don't have to talk about.
I wonder.
All that.
Do you think that they had a pit crew tire changer position open on that team this week?
Wouldn't surprise me.
I wonder if somebody's looking for a job right now.
I mean, you've got multiple weeks in a row. That wheel has come loose. I mean, it wouldn't be surprised me if after last week they walked up to him and patted him on the back and said, "Hey, bud, this is never easy, but I don't know."
Yeah.
But you can always expect pretty much a top 10 out of Blaney everywhere he goes, for the most part. Blaney's a fast car.
Yeah.
He's always competitive, so, I mean, there's really no surprise for him there.
No, and, I mean, he had probably a first or second place car.
Yeah.
Then he wouldn't have put him in the wall on the last restart. But
what about his teammates?
Yeah, that's what I was
finally getting it together. Well, Joey. Cindric kind of had it together already a little bit. He was getting it together. But
even he's had issues finishing the last couple of weeks, and he finished this week. So
all top 10 from Penske cars. One in the top 5.
Even with Barry.
Top 3. Yes, even with Barry, it was a top 10 car. Because he's pretty much a Penske car.
So I think that's really good positive momentum for them. I heard Logano's team said they're still scratching their hair, confused about what happened at Darlington. They just don't know what went on there. But move on to next week and
top 3.
Yeah, a 3rd, a 6th, 8, and a 10. I mean, pretty good. And
that moves Cindric. He's now in 18th in points. He is 2.
That's a really good jump.
Yeah, he says he moved up 12 spots.
Yeah, dang, so that's huge.
That did a lot for him today.
Yeah, I did not realize. That's crazy. That's really, really crazy. I was already hearing people starting to think, well, maybe he's just not even in a shot for the chase. And he proved us wrong, I guess.
Yep. And, I mean, if he throws together a couple more good races, more than that, you might have all 3 Penske cars in the chase coming up.
Yeah, where'd Joey move up to? Because he was back down to 16th after last week.
Well, this has him at 12th this week.
So he picked up 4 more spots again. Yeah. Well, like we say, that it's one good race. I'll be curious to see if this can go another 2 or 3 races before I start counting on it. I'll particularly be interested in Joey and Cindric at Bristol in a couple weeks because if I remember right, they have been notoriously off there. I remember Joey was laps down like 27th or whatever there last year. Like, they have just been horribly off at Bristol recently, and so I'll be curious to see if they've managed to get that one flipped in the correct direction or not, but we'll have to wait a couple weeks and see. And for now, they got it rolling in the right direction, so
yeah.
You get a week off, you get to build on that for a couple weeks and carry it forward.
Yeah.
Somebody that's might be just needing this week for a reset and just let's go home, go to the beach for a couple days, just forget, reconnect, come back, try again. Chase Briscoe.
Oh, yeah.
Where did he wind up? I'm talking like he was 30th. What, it was like 15th, 13th?
It wasn't high. 14th.
Yeah, so I mean, not horrible.
No, but for a Gibbs car that was in Championship 4 last year, he hasn't really been here this year.
Yeah, and I think
especially not today.
They've struggled here before, but the problem is you've already had so many bad races. You can't have any more off races. He's now, what, 21st in points or so?
Yes, 21st.
I think he's like about 160 from second and 200 and something from first, if I remember right. Like,
I think that's about right. Without me having.
This is getting within unreachable territory. Like, he's going to have to go on some kind of legendary run to even get close to that. And it's like, can that team do that? Yes, I think they can, but it's starting to kind of be a requirement if they're going to go for it.
Yeah.
Because he's getting out of touch. And I was just shocked. I mean, I saw he was in the low 20s in practice, then qualifies right there in the same area, and then I will say they fought because he got lapped.
Oh, yeah.
Got the lucky dog. Got lapped again. Got the lucky dog. And then they finally rebounded and got him a few more spots up there. But if you're him, I think you're hitting the panic button.
I would be starting to head that direction, yes. I don't know.
Well, you know who is not hitting the panic button?
Shane Van Gisbergen?
That's one of them.
Oh.
Yeah, let's talk about Shane. Yeah, that's what's going on.
Well, I'm going to take a shot in the dark.
Well, we need to talk about both of them, so which one you want to go with?
I guess we'll keep the Gibbs thing going.
All right. 4 or 5 top 6s in a row.
I think it's 4.
He's heating up.
Yes.
I mean, what, top 5 here, top 5 at Darlington. I think he was like 6th at Vegas, and top 5 at
He was top
Phoenix.
6 last week.
And what other race?
Top 5 at Vegas.
Coda?
Top 5 at Phoenix. I can't see them all at one time. So.
I think it was Coda.
Top 5 at Coda.
Yeah, so
I think
5 in a
before
row.
that he wasn't.
Yeah, but it's been alright, so
top 5.
yeah, I think this has definitely got to be the hottest streak of his career so far.
Oh yeah, he's consistent. That's for sure.
And I mean, we've been saying it for 2 weeks now. Is it really true that he's finally just with the right guys? Is that what we've been waiting on? I don't know. It looks like it, but I think it's safe to say that this run right here is what we've expected from Ty Gibbs for the last 2 years.
Oh yeah.
It's taken a long time to get here, but he's here, and I'll be very curious to see if he can keep this run going because he's had a couple solid runs before, hit and miss here and there, but this one This one feels a little different to me. It feels like these are like...
Yeah.
He's not looking into these things. I mean, he was running second for a good bit of the race.
Yeah.
So, what's he in points now? Like 6th?
Yes, 6 in points.
Yeah, so I mean, very, very, very solid for him. And he's always been real good at Bristol. I remember he got second there a year or two ago. So,
yeah.
That win could be very close right now. But we'll have to wait and see. We talked about Denny and Briscoe. Where Bell lined up? He was knocking around 7th, I think 7th.
Yes, 7th.
So
just wasn't too much out of him.
Yeah,
he was just kind of there.
Yeah, he just gets the honorable mention, I think. Quiet race, but that's not always a bad thing. The new face of Trackhouse, though, you said it.
Shane Van Gisbergen.
Yeah.
Just
Ross Chastain, who?
Yeah. Sorry, Frank.
Yeah. Sorry, Ross, but you're getting outdone.
Yeah.
I guess it's not really debatable at this point. What, Shane's 14th in points and Ross is...
Yeah, Shane's
somewhere in the 20s.
And Ross is 19th.
Oh, so he picked up a spot, but still, a guy that comes over here, his second year in the Cup Series, from a completely different background, and it's not just one-offs lucky here and there anymore. This is consistently every week. Shane is the best Trackhouse car.
Yeah. And it's awesome to see, especially because last year he had so many people, myself included. He's just the road course guy, he's running last at ovals, and now he's qualifying top 10 at an oval at a short track. Top 5, that's right, top 5 at a short track, and running consistently top 10 and top 5 today, and just finished just shy out of it at 11th, but still.
Yeah.
From a guy that went from running dead last at these races last year, close to dead last, this is a heck of a job.
Yeah.
And you love to see it. He's such a nice dude from the stuff I see.
Super cool.
Like, he doesn't ever talk bad about nobody. Besides that one time he called that guy a wanker on the radio, but that was about it. Other than that,
I think he truly enjoys it. He's out there having fun.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys aren't.
Yeah.
So that is really nice. And, you just... the dude... How many road course ringers that came over here? Juan Pablo.
Yeah.
Marcos Ambrose. Boris said, these are just names that I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
And I don't know that any of them ever did this. Which they struggled to even win at just the road courses that they were called for. They did win at them, but...
Shane came over and has dominated road courses and is now working his way to run very well at ovals consistently.
Yeah. Can you look up how old he is? 'Cause that's the other thing that impresses me a lot. I don't think Shane's
30s,
a super...
Right? He's 36.
Yeah, so he's not old, but he's in the older categories. Guys, he's kind of around there with a Logano, a Brad, a Kyle Busch. And at that age, I don't think most guys... It's kind of like with the guys that just quit winning as much, but I don't think most guys can go get in a completely different series in a whole nother country, a whole nother style of racing, and go be successful in it. And Shane has done that.
Yeah.
That's more of a younger, 20-something kid that's kind of like a Connor Zilisch or whatever, because they're just not used to one specific thing. You can kind of throw them in anything and they're still going to learn it.
Yeah.
But once you've gotten to your mid-30s, I feel like you're used to what you've been doing. And it's got to be difficult to learn something new, but Shane has done it.
Oh, yeah.
But
awesome.
Ross better get on the wheel. That's all I can say. Which, I guess we have to give his team credit. Did you think that staying out was going to...
No,
how did you think that was going to turn out for him? I guess
I really didn't think it was going to do much for him. In the short term, sure, but in the long term, I didn't think much.
I think he wound
up 16th.
16th, but I don't know what his average running position was for the day, but it was somewhere right around there, 18th, 20th. So it didn't hurt him. If anything, it gained him a couple of spots. And when you're running back there and those risky calls, you got to make them. I mean, it ain't going to do you no good to just run what you've been running.
That's right.
And I think I'm curious if maybe he got knocked out of the way into the high line, into the wall or anything at one particular point, because he faded to about 8th place, and he rode in 8th right there in front of Larson for a long time. Wow. And then I looked again, and he had lost like 6 spots. So I'm wondering if something just happened and he lost a whole chunk at once. But it looked like it was going to work out even better than it did, is all I'm saying. And oh well, but them and then
I think Connor Zilisch raced. I think he was out for a Sunday drive. He finished 26th.
Probably 3 laps down or so. I know he was down 3 at one point. Heck, it might have been 4. I don't know. But
yeah, it doesn't tell me.
Yeah,
says he ran 397 laps, so I guess that means he was down 3 laps. So.
That's not how you hope your rookie season to go.
Nope. Especially not when you were some superstar Xfinity driver either. Close to win the championship and everything. But we've also talked about how it took them a long time last year to learn the Xfinity series in their cars, so I'm not giving up hope on them yet.
No, I mean, they're not winning cars to begin with.
I'm not going to say he's going to get a win this season like I originally thought he was, but
I still think he will at a road course.
And that's, yes, a road course is a very high possibility, but I think he'll start to show some more better consistency than what he is right now.
Yeah, right. Now I'm thinking if I'm a Zilisch fan or watcher or whatever, I'd be happy to see him be fighting for consistent top 20s at the end of the year.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of, maybe originally I was expecting 10 or 15, but apparently, I mean, they try to tell us the Cup Series is hard. They've always said it. They said the jump up to that series is such a huge gap. They say going from that O'Reilly garage to that Cup garage, walking from one end to the other, is about the biggest walk there is in racing. And it's such a huge step up, and you're seeing it right here. The dude won 10 races last year and finishes 3 laps down today. And he's not the only person you've seen do that. We talk about him and whatever, but Riley Herbst won some Xfinity races over the years. Look at him in Cup.
Yeah.
Like,
you can't keep up with it.
Justin Allgaier.
Yeah.
Just won this weekend. Look at him in Cup.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just, it must be hard, like they said.
Yeah. Some people adjust to it really well, and some don't. And then they go stay in their lane, like Allgaier.
Yeah. Do you want to have that talk?
I don't know if you want to have that now.
Bring this back with Frank, but
yeah, let's just go ahead and have it. There's no time like the present.
Yeah. So, for those who haven't kept up on the internet, the debate of the week is the NASCAR Hall of Fame just for Cup drivers, or should people like a Justin Allgaier, Ron Hornaday, Larry Phillips, etc., be accepted into the Hall of Fame for their contributions?
Yeah.
I do want to give a little credit to Frank because he just asked if Allgaier should have been in the Hall of Fame 3 weeks ago, so he was a little ahead on this one. But
so, Junior, I want some royalties toward the show. I know you watch us.
Yeah.
You're hiding under the name Hocevar Lover 77. I know it's there.
Yeah, but so what do you think?
Well, I think overall, obviously when you think about the Hall of Fame, your first thought is obviously a Cup driver. Is usually where your mind goes. You think about Cup drivers.
Yeah.
You don't really think about lower series guys, and I think that's where it's kind of a double-edged sword, because on one hand, you gotta think a lot of those guys in that lower series. Yeah. They're 2 types of people, really. It's people that there's really 3 types. There's the people that are coming through. They're young kids. They're getting their shot. They're figuring it out. up and comers, and then you've got your ones that by the time they are Hall of Fame eligible and stuff, they've run in that series for a long time. So they're either the teams that don't have money to do something good in Cup or just couldn't cut it in Cup.
Yeah.
So to his credit, where he said he didn't think they should be in there, that's the side where I do see it, where it's like, if they couldn't cut it in Cup, why should they even be in a Hall of Fame if they're not good enough to run up there with the big boys? But at the same time, if they do a lot for the sport down there on the division they're at, I think they should still get a fair chance. But it's kind of, like I say, to me, I see both sides of the argument, really.
Yeah.
I really don't have, I think it's this, I think it's that. Because to me, I mean, a Hall of Fame is subjective any way you put it. There's a lot of drivers that are going to end up in there at the end of the day at some point just to fill a namesake. Not to say that they're bad drivers or anything, but
Hall of Fame worthy?
They might just not be Hall of Fame worthy. And it happens. It happens in other sports too. But to say that none of them ever should make it in, I think is a little far. But I do get the case where he was coming from to a degree.
Yeah, I think the balance you're kind of saying is the NASCAR Hall of Fame more about your contributions, or is it about your statistics? Is it about your abilities and what you accomplished, or the things that you did for the sport?
Yeah.
And it's hard to find the balance there. And I don't know. Like, my knee-jerk reaction is Cup only. Like, best of the best. These guys are the ones that made it. I'm sorry if you didn't make it. That's not my fault. Like, we can't hand out participation trophies. This is the NASCAR Hall of Fame, the greatest NASCAR drivers of all time. Yeah. And Kenny, we need to get him on the show. We can talk to him.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you saw his video about this, but he said, "Are you really trying to sit here and tell me that you're going to put a Justin Allgaier, a Jack Sprague, a Ron Hornaday, a this driver, a that driver from one of those series up there in the same jacket standing beside Dale Earnhardt and Richard Petty and Jimmy Johnson? Are you serious? That sounds like a joke."
Well, when you put it like that, I mean, when he puts it that way, I don't know. But I do think that, to the credit of some people, it is a lot what you do with the sport helps. Because me and Frank were talking about it. I love Junior to death. I think he's got a lot of good opinions. But in just terms of his driving skill and all his stuff in statistics, should he be a Hall of Fame driver? No.
No, probably not.
No. Mark Martin never won a championship. And we can argue championships, wins, whatever, but he never won. But he's in the Hall of Fame. I think he absolutely deserves to be there. Yeah. Same way that I think Carl Edwards should be in there.
Yeah.
And definitely Denny Hamlin one day. I mean, so really, you have to think about it, because there are a lot of drivers in there that their statistics might not show up, but what they've done for the sport and everything else makes them a Hall of Famer. So you got to think, do these Xfinity or O'Reilly's, Busch, whatever era they get inducted from, do they deserve it? You know, like, it depends on what you base it off of.
Yeah, I think that, honestly, it's kind of like one of the things you said. We have a problem in this Hall of Fame with just trying to fill up the board with names. And I think we're going to end up having a lot of people in there that just shouldn't be in there to begin with, but they're running out of people, which is a conversation we had last year.
Yep.
And I think it's a slippery slope, because if you start counting these lower series accomplishments, I mean, Ricky Stenhouse, he's won multiple championships down there. He's won Daytona 500s. Is he a Hall of Fame worthy driver?
I wouldn't think so, really, off the top of my head.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I mean, he's won more championships than Justin Allgaier has.
Oh yeah.
So I just think that's a very slippery slope, and like, it's too subjective. Honestly, if it were up to me, I was in charge, what I would do is scratch this whole entire Hall of Fame system, how you get in or whatever.
Yeah.
I would make their divisions just like they're over the series. You have a Cup Hall of Fame.
Yes.
You have a second tier, whatever the sponsor is for that year, Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
and you have a Truck Series Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
And it is not required that we have to put in 1 or 3 or 5 drivers every single year. Whenever we can maybe meet once a year, and whenever we think, oh, here's a name, this person 100% needs to be in, we vote this person in. And if there's 5-10 years that come and we don't have anybody, oh well, who cares?
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? When that 10th year comes and this person's getting voted in, how big of a deal is that when nobody's been voted in 10 years? That is huge.
Exactly.
Make this stuff meaningful. Make it matter. Make people work for it instead of just saying, oh, we need like 2 more people to fit in this year to fill out the ballot. This person's done pretty good. I guess he can be in the Hall of Fame. Let's just throw him in.
I think he ran 2 races back in the day.
Yeah, like, this is the Hall of Fame. The greatest NASCAR drivers of all time.
It's not just the Hall of Drivers, you know?
Yeah, Dale Earnhardt, Richard Petty, Jimmy Johnson.
Be careful there, you know. We are talking about, you know, I know your feelings toward Petty. Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, think about these names whenever you're saying, should this person be in? And then say, all right, can Ricky Stenhouse, can Justin Allgaier, blah, blah, blah. Can they stand beside these names and not look like it's a comedy show?
Yeah. And to me, when you do put it that way, and in all respect to Allgaier, he's done a fantastic job in his series that he's in, but standing next to Earnhardt and all of those, you kind of go, nah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Like, and like I say, no disrespect to him, but it's just where your skill level's at, your skill level's at.
Yeah.
I've liked a lot of drivers that just weren't up to par with some of them, but it's just not up there.
Yeah, I mean, I respect Allgaier's ability. I respect his attitude, the way he carries himself. I think he's a huge part of that series right now, and he's kind of the leader of that garage, and that's huge, and that might mean something for considering it. But I'm sorry, and I saw where he said he was disappointed by Travis, the guy that started this whole debate, for saying the things that he did. But take the 30,000-foot perspective view, back away from being in Justin Allgaier's head, look from the outside and think, what has Justin Allgaier done? Can he stand beside Richard Petty, Dale Earnhardt, Jimmy Johnson? No, he can't. I'm sorry, but he cannot.
No.
But
well, that's something nobody ever wants to hear. But at the same time, you also have to look at yourself. I think, you know, maybe one day if I practiced good enough and got money, I could be a half-decent NASCAR driver. But nobody, you're not going to beat anybody. I mean, you, Kyle Larson, you know, Kyle Busch, you know, a lot of those drivers are never going to match up to Earnhardt or Petty or Johnson or some of these guys. You just have to do it.
And that's the thing, but still, I think like Kyle Larson, say he can get to 50 wins. Say he wins a 3rd championship. I think that's Hall of Fame worthy.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't know. We need to have a huge debate about this.
No.
Do you think, I'm just curious, because I don't even know what my answer would be. Do you think Larson's Hall of Fame worthy already?
Well, I really don't know, really, because my head wants to say no, even being, you know, he's my driver and all. I want to say no, that not yet. I think he's got a little bit more to go, but I think that he is definitely on his way.
That's how I feel.
And I think even if he stays at what he's at right now and like only wins a couple more, doesn't win another championship, but wins say 10 more races or 15. Yeah, I think maybe somewhere down the line, but obviously not like on his first year of eligibility or whatever, but somewhere he should be in. Same way that I think Kyle Busch should 100% be in at some point. And
I mean,
Keselowski, I think should be in at some point. He won a championship, has 30-something wins, and he helped build this race team up.
I look at what he's done with Roush.
Yeah.
More important than his winning career, honestly.
I could even say if Shane Van Gisbergen makes it up to 20 wins on road courses and on ovals, I'd throw him in one year. Obviously, a lot later down the line, but at some point. Because you got to think about what they do for the sport, too. And if somebody, like we were talking about, comes over here and does all that, I mean, that's a fame-worthy thing. You'll remember him.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I feel like even Larson's stats right now, with the people they're putting in at this point, he'd already be in. But with the quality of people that I think should be in there, I think he still needs to accomplish a little bit more. But you're talking about something by somebody like Shane. I don't know if you heard the debate. Dale Jr. said that there's been a lot of debating on whether A.J. Foyt should be in the Hall of Fame because he was kind of a Kyle Larson of the old school days. The dude won, I forget, he won a whole bunch of Indy 500s, and he was a very good IndyCar driver. And then he'd come over here and he'd beat Richard Petty and David Pearson, and he'd win NASCAR races. And so people are saying that maybe he should be considered because of how great he was. But Dale Jr. says, and I agree with him, it's the NASCAR Hall of Fame, not the Motorsports Drivers Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Did A.J. Foyt do enough in NASCAR? Not overall. So
that's something to think about too.
Yeah.
It's such a slippery slope. You'll never get something that pleases everybody.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess back to the race today.
Can I talk about how much Kyle Busch hates wheels?
Sure.
Kyle Busch ran over a freaking wheel. It was funny. He smacked that sucker so hard it flew up on the priest. It was pretty funny. I mean, somebody posted it on X and said Kyle Busch is done caring, and I can't blame him. He just rolls out the pit stall into the wheel. That's just funny. Everybody's talking about how he just hates tires now, I guess, or something. But.
As a Kyle Busch fan, I really believe that watching him right now, or over the last 2 years, is genuinely just a comedy show. Like, if you're looking for something to just laugh at because of how terrible it's going, watch Kyle Busch in a race. I mean, you can't wish for worse. And his race today will be one of those what-ifs for me because they were absolutely horrendous. He was running 33rd, went a lap down. Horrible. Gets the penalty, goes to the back. But they went from the back, and he went from 37th to 24th. He gained 12 or 13 spots on that short run right there. And was in the lucky dog spot, and Briscoe couldn't hold on to the lead lap, so Kyle missed out on it. But they really did look like they had made huge improvements on that car, and I was really excited and curious to see whether he could get up there and run the top 15 or top 10 or whatever. But never got the caution, so we'll never know. And the comedy continues. But it's horrible, really, really bad.
Yeah, it's.
I think they're already arguing on his radio. That's just not the environment you want to be in.
No, not at all. And you hate to see it. You really do.
Yeah.
But it's not like his teammates are doing much better anyways.
Not today.
No.
But anyway, so I guess my only other thing for today I want to ask, overall, you thinking that the 750 package made this race better than it's been?
I would say yes. I think overall it was a little bit better. There seemed to be a lot more passing than there have been in past years and things in this car. But
yeah.
But to me, there's really not much you can do to Martinsville. You know, there's no banking you can really mess with. It's a paperclip. It's flat. There's only so fast you can go and so much throttle you can get before you're in the corner.
Yeah.
Like you only get that much before you go into in the corners. So. But I do think it was an improvement.
Yeah, I think this race was much, much better than this race last year because Denny dominated last year, but I think it was a much different domination. It was nobody could touch him just because of the car. It didn't matter how much faster they were. If they got close to him, they just could not get around him. Well, and you think back to the beginning of the race today, Denny took off. He led the first 20 laps or so. William Byron took the lead from him. He led a few laps, and then Denny took the lead back. And so he wasn't able to just dominate because he was the leader.
Yeah.
And so I think it's better now. I think we could use a little bit more tire fall off. Like on a scale of 1 to 10 on where the tire fall off was and helping with passing today, I'd give him like an 8.5, a 9. Like it's almost perfect, but I think you could use a little more. But I mean, it was working. Like we said, Chase Elliott, 9th, pits 30 laps earlier, new tires, comes out way 5 seconds ahead or whatever it was. So they were working. So yeah.
Overall, good race.
Yep. I say good job to NASCAR on the changes and keep going in this direction.
Yeah.
I guess the only other things for the weekend, shout out to Allgaier for winning Martinsville. Yeah. Another win on the year.
Started on the pole.
What's his points lead now?
Oh gosh.
He might have thought his name was Tyler Reddick or something.
Allgaier has a 92 point lead.
He's got a bigger points lead than Reddick now.
Oh.
So, yes, them two shows so far.
Yeah. But anything could happen still.
I thought that was a decent race. I want to give a shout out to Junior and what he did for Lee Polium. Really, really cool story there. Local short track guy that always won a lot. Had to get out of racing, owned his car the last few years. And Dale Jr. was like, man, this dude's always been so talented, super good racer, and just never had the money to go big, so I want to give him a shot.
Yeah.
And so they get the deal together, put him in a one-time race, and he comes away with 5th, which does not tell the whole story, but I think he was fastest in practice, and qualifying got rained out, and he was up and down the board all day.
Yeah.
1 minute he would be leading, 1 minute he'd be 27th, and they did get a penalty and had to go to the back. But still salvaged, or I can't call 5th salvaging, but got it back together in control, came away with a 5th place finish for his first one and only ever race. Really good. And honestly, I think he could have won. He just messed up. He missed a shift on a restart when he was leading, and he got dropped to 2nd. And then the thing that everybody probably saw, he missed a shift on the next restart and turned Martinsville into a parking lot. Wrecked 20 cars. You would have thought it was at Talladega.
Yeah. That was an insane pileup.
Yeah. So I guess that's where you question the approval process, like with a Cleetus, and you're like, should this guy have already been out here? Which I don't honestly think I heard anyone talking about with him, but would that have happened if he would have been put through a little bit more of a rigorous test or whatever? But whatever, it happened. He still ran decent, and the coolest part of it to me, we talk about emotion. During his pre-race interview, during his media interview, during his post-race interview, the dude was tearing up because of how much he cared and appreciated the opportunity.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's just cool to see that passion. And the other thing is, like with Bubba wrecking Hocevar today, or whoever wrecks whoever any weekend, what do those guys do? They get out, unfortunate, we'll move on to next week. They get to Lee. The first thing he says is, I just want to first say sorry to all of those teams. I work on cars. I know how much it is to have to fix these things. I'm so sorry. I know what it costs. I feel horrible. And I think that was about the first thing he said in every interview he gave. Like, the dude cares. I heard his post-race, he was, like, on the radio when he was driving back to pit road, and he was talking to the crew and Dale Jr. and whatever, and he's telling them, I'm sorry to those guys that I wrecked their cars and whatever. Like, the dude, he knows this stuff. He cares. And Dale Jr. was talking in the media, and he's like, yeah, I had to tell Lee he had to kind of just apologize for that and be able to move on, because if I wouldn't have said it, he would have came in here and apologized for 15 straight minutes about wrecking everybody. So, it's just a cool thing. And then, it was a good modified race, too. So, overall, solid weekend. And,
yeah. Good race weekend.
Yeah.
Good race weekend.
All right. I got a couple
things. Can't wait
things.
to see what happens at Rockingham. Tell you that.
But before we look forward to that one, I got a couple things of note from this week.
Okay.
First off, giving shouts out to NASCAR and the things that they're doing. Did you hear about Ben Kennedy at Darlington?
No.
All right. So, you know, he's probably going to be the next person in charge of NASCAR. And he's kind of the younger France family member or whatever. He got him and his crew together last weekend at Darlington, and they went through the fan experience of what it's like to be a fan. They went out and they tried all the different ways. Like, one of them bought tickets at the track, one went online to buy, and they tried all the different ways of getting tickets, and then they went out there and, like, did the merch haulers and walked around the outside area and all of that and got seats and went and sat and watched the race. They did the entire fan experience so that they could take all the notes that they could get and go over and improve this experience and make it better for the fans. And I think that's really cool for them to do.
Yeah.
I think that deserves a shout out because it shows whether we agree with the things they do or we don't agree with the things they do, they're trying. They do care.
Yeah, they are.
And, I mean, can you say the same for most other major sports?
No,
so,
not really.
I think that's a really, really cool thing. Another thing I heard, I'm going to bring this back up with Frank next week, so I don't know if you'll have anything to really say, but Jesse Love was saying in an interview that he's pretty much 100% positive that he'll be full-time in Cup next year. He doesn't know where, but he says he's definitely going to be in Cup.
Okay.
And that's interesting. I don't know if he's ready, but whatever.
Yeah. I'll be shocked if he gets full-time Cup ride before somebody like Corey Heim does.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesse Love, you know, he's a decent driver. He won a championship last year, whether deserved or not. That is, it's just interesting to me that he's so confident he is getting a Cup ride, but he doesn't know where. That's kind of odd to me. How are you so confident you're getting a full-time ride, but you don't know? Because to me, if he was confident and he just said, yeah, I'm going to be in Cup full-time, that would make me assume, okay, so Austin Dillon's getting phased out of RCR, Richard's adding a third car, which how he would handle 3 cars over the 2 he can't barely handle right now, I don't know.
They've ran 3 the last couple weeks now.
Yeah. So, I mean, either that or maybe Kyle Busch talked to him and he's planning to move teams or retire.
That's what I was starting to think.
But I just don't see how somebody like him will get a ride before some of these other people that I think really do deserve it first.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't...
It'll surprise me.
I'm guessing he's got conversations with a bunch of different teams right now, and maybe he doesn't know which one it'll be. And we're waiting, what did we say, like 20-something seats are opening up contracts this year, so there's going to be a lot of re-signing and all that. But
using Chevy, you know, we've been talking about somebody maybe taking Bowman's car next year. Maybe Hendrick talked to him.
That's true, it could be.
That's a possibility.
I think he could fit their mold of a young upcoming driver too. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just thought that was interesting. Another thing, I don't know if you saw, we were talking about 750 here, last week. NASCAR says they're considering more horsepower at the bigger tracks. You think that's good or bad?
Well, let's see how Charlotte goes to me this year and see if it's any better or worse than last year, because really right now I think most of your intermediate tracks are good.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, there are some that I think could have benefited from. I think Vegas could have benefited from more horsepower. But I think some of your tracks like Charlotte and your Michigan track and stuff like that, Kansas, I think they're good. You usually get good races out of those.
I'd say be careful about messing up what you got going.
Yeah. Like, you've done a good upgrade for these shorter tracks, but you know you've struck gold already with your intermediates for the most part. I mean, not every race is going to be a barn burner. You just got to accept that fact.
Yeah.
But I think just tread lightly. Maybe don't bump it all the way up like you've done for these, but you could increase it maybe by another 40 horsepower.
Yeah. I agree.
If you really want to try something. Mess with the diffuser a little bit. Maybe don't add horsepower, but mess with that diffuser like they've done on these packages too.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I agree. The only other couple things I have are, I guess one, I didn't mention the ARCA East race.
Yeah.
They ran at Hickory. Shout out to Tristan McKee for winning. Good job. How about the Joe Gibbs, the boy driving for Joe Gibbs?
Yeah.
We've complained about this Gibbs car in ARCA for years now because I can only imagine how many millions more they're spending than the next car.
Oh, yeah.
And how rich you got to be to get in that car. And that boy, Max Reeves, first off, don't even win in it, get second. And he did his interview, and the fans are booing him, and he's talking about, oh, I love the haters, but I'm in this car for a reason, and they're not. Or there's a reason I'm in this car, and they're not. Yeah, it's called your parents are rich. That's why you're in the car. It's not your ability. If it was your ability, you would have won the race. You're in a Joe Gibbs car in ARCA.
Yeah.
But, woohoo! Good job, buddy. Second place. In a Gibbs car, by the way. I didn't mention that. But who I really want to shout out is Kyle Busch's spotter, Derek Nealon, went and got a ride.
Oh.
And he ran fourth in his first ever ARCA race.
Well, that's cool.
Very solid.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah. So, good for them. Only two other things. Bubba screwed up today, but I wanted to give him a shout out because Brad Perez, the guy in the O'Reilly series that struggles to find sponsorship to race, and he posted apparently saying that he needed a little bit more money to make it, to be able to race.
Mm-hmm.
And so Bubba told him that he'd cover it. And Bubba sponsored him so he could race this weekend.
Hmm.
And so, I mean...
that's cool.
Yeah, you got to give him credit there. I've never heard of another driver doing that. So
that's pretty cool. Good on you, Bubba.
And then, yeah. Sorry, that's what I meant to do. Yeah, that's Daryl now.
I forgot about it.
Daryl. Good job, Daryl. And then, the only other thing is, had to mention that we had breaking news this week that Darius Rucker,
old
Mr. Wagon Wheel, has bought into ownership at Legacy Motor Club. And that's cool, I guess.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, me neither.
Out of all the people that you would have said, guess who joins the Legacy Motor Club ownership? My first realm of thoughts would never have been Darius Rucker. I would have thought, oh, cool. So like a NASCAR driver, Harvick's in on this, like a former NASCAR driver. No, it's Darius Rucker, which is, I mean, no hate to him. Like, cool. You interested in the sport you want to get in? We see what Michael Jordan did, but that's just a shock to me. I was like, huh, that's different.
Maybe he can get him on the right track because I've heard that team is just off right now and their environment's not very enjoyable to be a part of. So maybe Darius can give him some good wagon wheel and get him on rolling again.
It's going to be awful when that's the only songs they're allowed to listen to in the shop. It's just going to be all his stuff. You walk in there, how many times have you heard Wagon Wheel today? 8 times and counting. Wow.
Maybe they need to start trying to put them on the cars.
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding.
That's got to be an interesting team ownership meeting, though, because who all owns part of that team now? Darius, Jimmy Johnson, Richard Petty, Dale Inman, and Maurice Gallagher, I think.
Something like that.
That's a crew.
Yeah.
But nothing too huge. Just thought that was interesting. So, yeah, we've taken off week for...
I want to talk about one thing real quick. Give a little shout out. Something that was announced today, Kevin Harvick, out of his first year of eligibility, has been nominated for the Hall of Fame. I should have brought it up earlier when we talked about the Hall of Fame, but I just want to give Harvick a little shout out. He definitely, I think he's earned, for the most part, Hall of Fame
Yeah,
he's
won
up there.
championship and 10th in wins. Right,
I think Denny just passed him for 10th, but I mean,
but still 60 wins.
And you count what he's done for the sport. He raising the kid up and racing, and you think he's.
And he even owned his own truck team for a long time.
Yeah, and he's been in the broadcast booth ever since he retired.
Yeah,
and he's done a lot of stuff. So just give a shout out to Harvick. I like him. He's a cool dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, just wanted.
I think he should be voted in.
Oh yeah.
Junior didn't mention his name the other day when he was talking about people that they had talked about, but yeah, I think he should definitely be voted in.
I think they were saving that because Mike Hilton said something about. I think he asked him if he could tell him because he told them like live on TV. That was where he announced it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So I think that should definitely happen. But I guess that's it. We're taking a week off before we head to Bristol, but we're going to Rockingham for Truck and O'Reilly.
Yes, Truck and O'Reilly. Cleetus's O'Reilly start.
I guess we do need to mention that. Forgot in the ARCA race, Cleetus' sidekick, LS George, a.k.a. Squirrel, got 13th in his first ever race. It's not too terrible. I think he spun a couple times and was able to keep it clean and still get 13th. So, shout out there. And he said if you use code McNutt at Sunglasses Company, you get 10% off. So. Squirrel got a little squirrely.
So it said what at Sunglasses at?
Yeah, I think.
So I can have instead of paying like $200 for sunglasses, I can pay like $180.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work. That's cool.
But shout out to him. Like you said, we're going to Rockingham for those two. Once again, second year, and
should be
really happy. Glad that this track's back.
Oh yeah.
I think this is cool to give these guys this track and kind of let them shine away from the Cup Series for the weekend. Yeah. Gives us Easter still good, and I just hope attendance stays good. That was why this track got taken off 20 years ago. Yeah. So people keep showing up. Yes. That's how you keep track.
Still wouldn't mind a Cup race there at some point.
Yeah, maybe in a couple years.
Yeah,
but. I like where it's at right now.
Oh, yeah.
I enjoy the O'Reilly kind of getting to shine for a weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And so, we'll be looking forward to that, seeing Cleetus. Whether you agree or disagree that he should be in the car, it's the done deal. He will be in that car, so I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes after his test and all.
I wish him all the best.
What are you expecting from him? What would you predict?
Gosh.
Like qualifying and race performance.
Well, I still don't know if he's got such a great handle on the car yet. I don't think his qualifying is going to be too spectacular. He might. I think he qualifies somewhere in the 20s, though. I do think that. I don't think it's lower than 25. Right. Maybe a little lower than 25. Somewhere around the 25-20 range to me.
I was thinking like 23rd, but you're swinging. I'm starting to drop it a little more. I don't know.
I'm just thinking somewhere lower for qualifying. I think during the race he'll probably hold on to some. I don't see him doing any better than 15th to me, really.
So do you think he'll go forward?
I think he'll move up.
I think he'll go backwards.
You think he'll go backwards?
I feel like he's going to qualify okay, and then he's instantly going to lose a bunch of spots and just kind of ride there the rest of the race.
I think he's got to get comfortable with it and he'll roll through. I think his main thing this race is don't wreck anybody so I can go race Talladega and really open it up on a super speedway and see what
Let the wings, them bald eagle wings spread out.
That's what I'm saying. And so, I mean, it's...
Might keep him a little tucked in this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. But I think so long as he doesn't wreck, it's a successful day for him.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll be curious to see his pit stops. Because he never got to that point in the Truck Series, so he's still never done a live pit stop.
That's right, because ARCA, they stop and do a pit stop. They don't,
And I that's kind of where I worry. Cleetus going to be coming in there.
He might hit somebody coming out.
And he might, I'm curious. I wouldn't be shocked if he does lose 5 spots on a pit stop or something like that, but we'll see. And like I said, I personally don't think he should be out there, but he is, so I'm excited to see how it goes.
Oh, yeah.
Go prove me wrong.
Heck yeah.
I guess that's it, ain't it?
Yeah. unless you want to make some picks for Bristol real quick.
I don't know. I guess Denny, Ty Gibbs, and I'll say Larson gets back on the roll.
I got two. I'll go Larson, Denny. And I'm going to stick with my short track king, Barry. He's my short track king. I almost, I was kind of wavering on him today, but
yeah, he still got
top 10.
Yeah. All right. Well, we might do a special edition just for them boys at Rockingham, or we might not. Depends on how Easter. We don't know our plans and all. We'll be able to get together, but we might not. Might surprise you, but either way, we'll see y'all within the next week or two, and if we don't see you, have a good Easter, and just talk to you soon. Let us know what you think in the comments.
That's right.
See y'all later.
See ya. Happy Easter.